Lee Carsley looks like he's on his way out, because what I saw against Greece, and then obviously the other night, his interviews, Jammer, they're not the best, are they? He ties himself up in knots. And, he's come out and said, you know, we need a manager who's won loads of trophies, and then said that he still wants it.
Well, he has won a trophy for the 21s.
It's not a major trophy, is it?
Well, the Euros for the 21s is a major trophy in international football.
No.
But he's not that guy. Do you know what? If the result against Greece wasn't what it was, could you really have an argument? Could you say, okay, you don't deserve it? If all games gone to plan, they won the game, I think it's not a bad shout.
No.
Because they've looked better. I've enjoyed watching him more under Kazi than I did Southgate.
I don't know if I have.
I
watched him against Greece. We were terrible.
But this is what I'm saying. It was just one of those games. But I'm saying if it was like the rest of the games, it's better than what I've seen with Southgate. You've got to understand, when we played against Iceland, is it Finland?
Finland.
Yeah, Finland.
What, on Sunday?
The last one.
Yeah, Finland.
When they just sat back and was defensive, and people saying, but we need to be able to break that. Do you know how difficult that is? You've got Arsenal doing it to Man City, and how hard it was for them. They had to go left, right. It's very difficult to break down a team of bank of 5 or 6 plus another 3. It's very difficult.
Yeah.
And it's so easy saying, yes, but we should have created more and got balls out wide. But it's when you're not playing in it, when you're not there, it's harder than it looks. It's crumble in training when you have to defence versus attack-free defence.
Yeah.
How many times when they had their bank of 4 and just 1 or 2 sitters in there, and we had to, you know, the attackers had to try and score a goal.
Yeah, mate. It was
how many times would you score? Very limited. Out of all the tries
look, you know, it was difficult because you sat in and made it tough. But you can't, you know, eventually you can't win games like that. But no, I get it. I understand. Look, they get it done against Finland. But for me, just in terms of being, you know, I was speaking to Danny Murphy earlier when he's obviously doing a show with Dazza, saying, you know, the press interviews need to, you know, he should be able to get help from, you know, other people. If you're the England manager, you shouldn't have no help. You're the manager of England. You're leading the nation. So you can't then really, you know, lean on other people. He can give you advice and say you might have a couple of dodgy questions come your way. But you've got to know how to handle press.
It's England.
And for me, Lee Carsley doesn't know how to handle questions. Ties himself up in knots. So for me, just on that, the press will have a field day. Journalists will eat him alive. Every bad performance, they're going to just come after him. And for me, if it's Pep Guardiola's out there, and this is the rumour that's been going around today, give it Pep Guardiola. I mean, go all out and give him what he wants, no?
Absolutely. Do you know what I think you should do is I sort of that. Just give him the tournament when we get into the World Cup, when we get into the Euros. Let other managers, interim managers, manage nations, manage, you know, pointless games. As soon as we get into the tournament football, Pep takes over. Because we're going to qualify. We always will qualify for a major tournament. We're probably one of the best teams on the planet at getting out of our group and qualifying for a major tournament.
Well, that was with Gareth Southgate. Might be different now.
No, absolutely not. We will always get out of our group and we won't lose a group game, and we will qualify for a major tournament, or in the qualifiers we'll get to a major tournament. Once we get to a major tournament, that's when we go, right, here, Pep, take over. We've got in a major tournament. Now you take over. Because he will know how to win a tournament.
Yeah.
He will know how to play.
I think
then all he needs is 6 weeks. 6 weeks clause in his contract, Man City, and then he comes back to Man City.
No.
Why not?
No, you've got to be the full-time England manager. You can't do an interim manager.
You can let them manage these pointless games. What's the pointless games going to do? Once he gets to that major tournament, he knows what players, because he's got them all in England anyway.
Yeah.
He knows them all. So he knows, right, I want this player, that player, that player. I want this kind of format, and I know how to play. And they will play in that formation, that style, for that tournament. and get the job done.
Okay. Well, look, if you want to ask about Pep Guardiola, phone us up. We'll have a chat. After the 3-1 win, though, over Finland last night, the England interim boss, Lee Carsley, was asked about his conflicting comments on whether he wants the job full-time.
The point that I was trying to make, which I suppose it's more like the hopefully comment, it was the fact that this is a world-class job. This will be up there with the best jobs in football. So whoever gets it is going to be at a high level. Again, it's a privilege to do this job. I feel really well trusted. That's why it was so tough the other night to lose a game and have a defeat. But similar to what we spoke about earlier, the response has been good.
You've obviously been very reluctant to say yes or no. I want the job or I don't want the job. Why are you so reluctant to answer?
I'm definitely reluctant because in the past, when I've done this caretaker stroke interim role, I've gone so far down the I don't want the job that I've not done the job. I've actually not done the job, and it was one of the things that I spoke about when I was asked to take temporary charge, that it's important that I keep an open mind, because in that case, then I'm not being reckless with my decisions. I'm thinking thoroughly about how the team should play, the squad I should pick, which is a challenge.
Right. I mean, look, I can understand what you're trying to get at.
Yeah.
But if you get offered the England job, you're taking it.
Yeah, of course.
It's simple as that. So you might as well come out and say, yeah, of course I want the job. It's the biggest job in football.
But what he's trying to say is that there's a lot of better managers who's got a better CV out there that probably, ahead of him.
Do you think Pep would take the job? Do you think he would leave Manchester City and take the England job?
He's been at City so long. He's won so much there. He's won everything he can win. I think it's not a thing that he's going to shy away from. I think it's a new challenge in his lustrous, amazing career.
Yeah.
I think it's not something you can, rule out.
I think Pep would look at that England squad with a World Cup coming up and say, I can win.
Oh, 100%.
I can win.
The players are there.
Squad.
The players are there to win a major tournament. It's just about having the right guy at the wheel.
Mm-hmm. There was another game tonight as well. Wales did play Montenegro. They won 1-0. Decent performance, actually, from Craig Bellamy's team. He's still unbeaten. Wales fans, if you're getting in the car now, you want to come
most successful Welsh manager after 5 games.
Ever?
Yep.
Is that 100% fact?
That's 100% fact.
Who told you that?
I did.
Wales fans, yeah. I mean, fair play to Craig Bellamy. He's done all right. That decent performance tonight. I thought they played well.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.